here's another book, boys and girls. I've got lots and lots of zebra stripes. And this book is about patterns in nature. Okay, you can see our two zebras right there. Looks like a horse. Written and photographed by Stephen R. Swinburne. What a name. Patterns are lines and shapes that repeat. So here you have a picture of a caterpillar and you see the lines that repeat. We've got white, black, and yellow. Everywhere you go, you can find patterns. They can be up in the clouds or down in the sand. You might see a pattern in a cat's fur, a bird's feather, or a butterfly's wing. Some patterns are big, like rainbows, and some are small, like a spider's web. You can even find a pattern in your favorite snack, a pineapple or watermelon. Once you begin to see the circles and stripes in nature, you will find patterns in lots of places. Many patterns have a purpose. The rings of a tree tell us its age. The stripes on a garter snake act as a disguise. His pattern helps him hide. And so many patterns are just beautiful to look at. The ripples on a pond, the frost on a window, or the piles of soap bubbles at bath time. Certain patterns are unique. Did you know that no two snowflakes are alike? Did you know that no two zebras have the same pattern of stripes? And no two giraffes have the same pattern of dark patches. You may have seen some of the patterns in this book before, while some may be new. If you visit the zoo or go to the park, beach, or pond, it's fun to go on a pattern hunt. All right, let's see how many patterns you can find right outside your door. Some patterns are simple and some are not. Can you see that big iguana? It's got like yellow polka dots. I know I've never seen one of those. And then look at those beautiful flowers. Those are pansies. Those are beautiful. You can find patterns in the spring. I believe this is called a buttercup, or is it a daffodil? Buttercup. We can find patterns in our watermelons. You see the darker green stripes? And our pumpkins, we can see that pattern in the fall. They all have those lines going down. And winter. Remember, all snowflakes are different, just like people. There's not one that's the same. Patterns can be circles or spots. Patterns can be lines or stripes. Patterns can be spiral. Look at that. That's amazing how spiders can do that. And patterns can be found on the fur of animals. And here they were telling us earlier about the giraffes, the little dark patches. Or the feathers of a bird. Look at this. Look at that pattern. Patterns can be found on the scales of a snake. I don't think I want to see this pattern. I can pass on this. Or the shell of a turtle. You can see these little shapes right there. Some patterns show growth. This is the very center part of a sunflower. Some patterns show age. Every single line is a year. So this tree looks like maybe 30 years. I'd have to count the rings. Some patterns are straight lines. The way the trunk grows, it's a pattern. Some patterns are curved lines. Isn't that beautiful? A rainbow. You see see all the colors of the world. You can find patterns in a park. Look at the beautiful flowers. We've got our tall ones, and then we've got our marigolds, and then we've got all our lower ones down here. On a pond, we've got all the lily pads. At a beach, when the waves roll up, they leave the little ridges of the sand. Or on the forest floor, what grows there? I don't know if I've ever seen these little type of plants. It's very interesting. Look at that. Finding a pattern is fun. Here we have, you see that little boy? He's got some caterpillars. I think he's got one on his hand. It's kind of walking, and maybe one cupped inside. Whoops, sorry. And the other kids look like they found some starfish from the ocean. Look for patterns where you live. Sometimes you can find them in the foods that our families or we eat. The strawberries have the same shape, and you see the little seeds. You see the kiwi here, all the little lines. And the way that the oranges grow, the segments, that's a pattern. Can you find patterns on shells? Of course you can. Look at this. Look at those beautiful colors. You can see the stripes, the lines. Can you find patterns in vegetables? Yep. Every single corn cob little, what is that called? A niblet? I'm not sure. Every little seed is in there. And then the same pattern in our mushrooms, some portobellas, and I believe, ooh, that's a beautiful cabbage. Swiss chard, I'm not sure what kind of vegetable that is. Can you find patterns on insects? Oh, you can. There's the black dots on a ladybug. Look at the pattern on this. It's a moth or a butterfly. And look at this one. Is it a dragonfly? Can you find patterns on trees? Why, yes. The needles on a branch all grow the same. Our pine cones. And look at the pattern on each tree bark. Can you find patterns on flowers? You can, each petal. They always look the same. Patterns make our world a beautiful place. Look at the rocks with the lines inside. Look at these beautiful flowers. And this is an insect. It's learned to hide in the leaves there. Let's see what these kids are doing. Discovering science. Ooh, when you do science, you're observing, you're just looking, just like what you just did. You looked at all the patterns and things in our world. Science is sorting and classifying. So you see this little boy here, he's sorting the rocks. He's got all the white colored ones here, the light brown ones here, and then he's got like all the, maybe our granite ones right there. And we've got some river rock going here. And my birthstone, the amethyst. That one's all by itself. Science is recording. Making a little chart of everything you have. And then science is sharing your discovery. The little boy's showing his friends all the bird stuff he found, all this patterns in nature. He's got birds, feathers, leaves, twigs. Let's see what we've got here. Look at these 5 animals. Which one is first in line? Which one is last? Which one does not have a pattern? All right, this one is first in line, the zebra, and it has a pattern. It's got its black and white stripes. And then next to it, I've got a leopard. It's got its stripes. And then I've got the elephant. That one doesn't have stripes or spots. That might be the one. Then I have a lion. I'm sorry, a tiger. And that one's got black stripes. And our giraffe, who's last in line's got the dark patches. All patterns in nature. The end. Let me read this last little page here. Zebra, zebra, which is right? White on black or black on white? I know. We don't know. All righty, that's the end.